Greetings and salutations, everyone, and welcome to the long-awaited and much overdue Call of Cthulhu. I'm Kamchak Fisko. Come join me for an H.P. Lovecraft nightmare.
Burning. Hello. Suddenly, there's like 80 more books in this store. What happened? I don't think she was in on it. I think her visions led her to it, and she started finding out, and I think that's why her husband tried to kill her, or at least started the fight with her. That may not be all the fight was about, but I honestly think that was the reason for the fire.
Cylinders that Drake tried to hide. I should perhaps listen to them.
We're going to find a lot of cylinders before we actually play any. It's probably because by the time you play them, you either have them or you miss out.
Arkham editions. Never heard of them.
Yeah, it's a university, and it's a mental institution. It's a particular location that has an ungodly amount of mystical knowledge in this universe. Collection of essays in the American folklore and urban legends written by Albert Wilmartha, professor at the Miskatonic University, which is located in Arkham. This volume is part of the Arkham Anthology, a luxurious collection of treatises and works on esotericism and supernatural.
How many volumes are there in this collection?
Probably a lot. An ancient Frisian? Not familiar with that word. Manuscript translated by William R. Sandbach? Not sure how to say that. The text claims that in the distant past, Europe and other continents were controlled by the mothers of this people, and moreover, that our alphabet is derived from a Frisian language. Why does that sound Frisian? It just sounds sassy. This volume is part of the Arkham Anthology, a luxurious collection of treatises and works in the esotericism and supernatural. Is the last part just going to say the same thing over and over again?
Another volume by Arkham Editions.
Corpus Hermeticum. Written by Hermes Trismegistus. Fuck that name. Translated and edited by Nathaniel M. Coppelius. This is a collection of texts written on beliefs. Different beliefs was written by legendary philosopher. I tried to say philosopher. It includes translation of the Emerald Tablet, a popular text among 16th century alchemists. The rest is looping. Words are hard, Corin.
Arkham Editions. Never heard of them.
Book of esoteric philosophy in a text. This is a key text in Madame Blavatsky's Theosophical Movement, written by Helena Petrovna Blavatsky.
How many volumes are there in this collection?
A lot, motherfucker! Stop saying it! Collection of poems by Edward Pickman Derby, also known as the Nightmare Lyrics. This collection of poems was sensationally received when first published in 1908. The Derby was only 18 years old. Who's Derby? Oh, the guy who wrote it? Okay, so he's an 18-year-old prodigy. Got it. Yeah, it's... And I honestly think Arkham Asylum was the inspiration for the DC Universe's Arkham Asylum.
Another volume by Arkham Editions.
The Key of Solomon. Book of Spells, supposedly written by legendary King Solomon. It contains various rituals of invocation and rituals of curse. Reedition by Claudia D. Waits based on L.W. D. Lawrence's original. Exactly why is it a reedition?
Arkham Editions. Never heard of them.
Massa di Requiem per Sugar. Sorry. Just thinking about System of a Down, Sugar. Don't know why. Opera in the 8 acts by Benvenuto Chiti? Brodaghera. Good Lord, what is with these names? Lovecraft, why do you do unpronounceable shit? He always has. An infamous lyrical work. When it's Cthulhu-like shit, it's otherworldly shit, that's fine. But when you start doing that to people's names on Earth, come on. At least make them based off real names. This just... I mean, to be fair, even in English, there's unpronounceable names. So, an infamous lyrical work published in Italy in 1768. It was said that the opera was performed but only once, resulting in the audience riot that left several dead and missing. Wow, what a song.
How many volumes are there in this collection?
4,783. Stop asking. a collection of long-term astrological predictions written in verse, written by Nostradamus, translated by E. Leone and Theophilus Widebridge, because Narrowbridge was busy that weekend. Okay. Too many volumes, I agree. I have no idea why you all watch me. I must sound like a brain-dead test monkey. Like, seriously. Wait, can I click on the chalice now?
What kind of chalice?
Now I can interact with the chalice? Okay. This goblet seems to be very ancient. It seems to be made of gold and decorated with real precious stones. The rubies and sapphires make a specific motif. Oh, good. We didn't just fucking steal it like we did the other ritual. I appreciate that, Corin. Dear God, I walked up and my brain was like, I don't want to have to read all of these. Wait, you already read them. You're fine. Calm down. Okay, we can finally open that. Yeah, I was going to say, he hit something. Yeah, I see it. There's paper back there. All right, let's start with what he hid.
Drake left instructions on how to find the combination of his safe.
How to find? Drake's memoirs. Page seems to be hidden here. It's possible to read. Even if it's in a language I can't understand, anything written is possible to read. What kind of statement is that? Hey, there's a book in front of you. It's possible for you to read it. No, I thought I was too stupid to understand words. I don't understand that statement in some of these things. If somebody finds these memoirs, there will be no doubt that I'm in serious trouble. Well, that's always a good start. My last and only hope is that my body and bones are still in this place of reality. Lovely. In order that they be recovered and burned. Oh, he knew he was fucked. The funeral urn must be given to my dear mother if she's still in this world. It's simple, Anubis. They're magic. The following message of capital importance. I don't know what that was. Whoever freed... My brain started quoting something that is not the page that I'm reading. Whoever reads these lines and demonstrates acuity as sharp as mine can hope to gain access to my most precious possession. It lies within my safe, and the clues to the combination are to be found in 3 cylinders, each hidden where life and study combine in the Greek world. Well, I found 2 over there, and there's 1 in the other place. Each cylinder is numbered, even if, as the celebrated author says, the order is the pleasure of reason, but disorder is the delight of the imagination. Okay. Indeed, despite my preferences for organized chaos, I must admit that the reason usually prevails in the end. Not always. Not with Cthulhu. If by chance a person, or should I say a genius, was to match my intellect and find the combination of the safe, I would ask that they deliver its contents into safekeeping of my friend and colleague, Professor Armitage of Miskatonic University. The contents of the safe is not for vast digestive knowledge, but also a weapon that is far too dangerous to fall into the wrong hands. Oh, that's okay, I'm an idiot. You're fine. It being in my hands isn't going to be a threat to anybody. I hope that you'll be able to appreciate the danger that is represented and that you will act accordingly. In any event, I will neither be there to guide you nor suffer for your actions. So if we get this wrong, it'll kill us. I figured.
Is everyone on this island taking sleeping pills?
Only sleeping pills in the bookshop. Does the bookseller suffer from insomnia? Why are we... I was waiting for that. Okay, I was worried that we were going to take yet another bottle of pills. Oh, he automatically brings it back out when his hand cools off. That's cool.
What link did he find between Charles Hawkins and an old amulet?
Not relay... Fuck. Key of relay file. Relay is the city of Cthulhu. When it rises from the ocean, we're fucked. This key that bears the elder sign is the only one able to protect your psyche. It is in the form of the cylindrical medallion, hanging at the end of a heavy chain. Hundreds of years ago, the star and the branch whose purpose was to push back the forces of the great old ones were engraved at its center. Everything points to it being Charles Hawkins that tore it from its last owner, an Egyptian antique dealer. In press cuttings that mention the misdemeanor, the date of a robbery coincides with the last Hawkins' trips to Cairo. It remains to be seen whether he knows the true purpose of the amulet. Try to find it. So basically, find the amulet or fucking die. Fuck up the amulet, fucking die. So a lot of fucking dies. But at least if you're gonna die, you're gonna get fucked? Yeah, I think Cthulhu is the voice we're hearing in the nightmares. And that's why we're able to hear him, because you can't understand Cthulhu without being batshit fucking crazy. So, he's talking to us in our dreams.
Things are not looking good.
We stopped to notice a game that's being played. Okay. Where's the... Didn't we have more than just the 3? How do I... Oh, F to listen.
And
I'm
these
like...
red drops, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets.
Okay, so the cup...
I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods.
Chessboard.
Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their
White
dark
soldiers.
I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We shall refuse to be the playthings of destiny.
Number of red jewels, number of white pieces.
Dear friend, I thank you again for the anthology of the works of Arkham editions that you sent me. Volume 9, Azathoth and Other Horrors, seemed particularly relevant to my research. I never tire of browsing through them.
So we gotta find Volume 9 and read it again. Alright, so how many red jewels are on this thing?
Chalice of Knowledge.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, 5. 5 red jewels.
The Queen has little protection.
So if we're not including the Queen, that would be 3 white pieces. So 5 and 3. We gotta find Volume 9. Actually, we've already read Volume... That's not the monkey. Wait, why did I take a sanity hit for? I guess the flashback caused me a sanity hit. Okay. Okay, all the books we read, where are the books? What, they're not, okay, I'll have to reread
Drake
them.
talked about a particular... So
volume
these
2,
are the
that's
volumes
volume
that...
1,
What did Drake say
that's
about
3.
this collection? Drake talked about a particular... So
8.
these are the volumes
Oh, that
that
is
Drake
8. My
was...
bad.
What did Drake say
Nope,
about this
that's
collection?
6. Sorry for the barrage of
about
audio.
a particular... So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his... What did Drake say about this collection?
Azathoth and Other Horrors. This is the poem, Nightmare Lyrics, published in 1908. He was only 18 years old, so 18. So 5, 3, and 18. But we still don't know what order they go in. Wait, it can't be 18. There's only... It can't be 18.
Drake talked about a particular volume.
Is it just 9? 5, 3, 18. Yeah, except the problem is 18 can't be a number. So is it 1 plus 8? Is it 1908, so it's 1 plus 9 plus 8? Because you can't add 0. Is it 9? So that would be 10, so that would be 1, 0 plus 8. So that would still be 9. It would be 9 no matter what. If you add them all up, it still comes down to 9. Because if you combine those, it would still be 9 plus 9 is 18, so 1 plus 8 is still 9. It all comes out to 9 no matter what. So it's got to be 9. So it's 5, 3, 9. But is it 5, 3, 9, 3, 5, 9, 3, 9, 5? You know, we don't know the order yet. Okay, let's try 5, 3, 9. He said in the end, reason wins out. At least it shouldn't matter which way we twist them. Hey, we got it right. Hopefully. Hi, Cthulhu. How you doing? Nice to see you. It's not fun when reality just kind of floats away. That's bad. Chapter 8, Riverside Institute. In the nameless bookstore, Pierce traced the trail of an attempted burglary. He discovered that Charles Hawkins was behind the attempt. Pierce opened the bookseller's safe to find what the latter and Sarah Hawkins had hidden there. A book covered in human skin. God, it's the fucking Necronomicon! Light inside irresistibly attracted to the detective. When he opened it, his mind was projected into another body. God damn it, why did you read the Necronomicon? But this time we're in somebody else. I don't know if we're a patient or a doctor. You never fuck with the Necronomicon. Have you ever seen Evil Dead? Ash versus Evil Dead? The stupidity he endlessly showed. You never opened the book!
Dr. Colden, this man's condition is deteriorating.
What says Dr. Fuller? It's his patient, after all.
He's busy with Captain Fitzroy. He specifically asked us not to bother him when that's the case.
Oh, of course. I'll see what I can do. Mr. Blake, can you hear me? I'm Dr. Colden. We'll take care of you.
There's nothing we can do. I tried talking to him. He's catatonic.
That can't be Blake. It's got to be like a flashback or something, right?
Very well. I'll examine him.
Okay.
His skin shows abnormal loss of color and seems dried out. He's totally dehydrated. His fingertips and toes seem to feature a slight ring under the skin, tender at the touch, slightly sticky.
Not gonna make the comment, we're just gonna move on.
Severe malnutrition. Swollen abdomen with traces of petechia. Doesn't seem like an edema. Slight protuberances seem to indicate the presence of a foreign body.
So some kind of infection, viral or bacterial.
30-year-old subject. Severe hypothermia. Erythematous papules around the eyes and eardrums. Necrosed palpebral tissue. Lord, this smell.
So, Doctor,
Part of his skin was
opinion?
rotting.
I'm not sure I have the necessary knowledge to treat this man.
Don't say that. You're our most worthy doctor after Dr. Fuller.
Some of his symptoms are beyond my comprehension.
What did you find?
Yeah, we found all these, so we can go through them all.
Did you examine his abdomen? It would seem there's something inside.
He hasn't eaten in days. Are you certain it's not an edema?
No, it's not an edema.
Can't you recognize an edema? Pushing with your finger won't leave a trace. And look at these bumps.
It's not like he could be pregnant.
No, it means he ate
Whatever
something.
it is, this man has something inside him that shouldn't be there. We should operate on him at once.
Dr. Fuller said not to worry, that the edema would go away by itself.
You know,
Right.
I'm not sure Dr. Fuller is telling the truth.
Dr. Fuller is crazy! He's performing experiments on patients. You really want to trust that dude's opinion?
In spite of the muscle contractions, his arms seem limp.
Yes. They can't have decalcified, not at this rate.
And yet, if there is a bone in this arm, it's softer than that of a newborn baby.
Good
What
Lord.
about his cranium?
It's soft at the touch. It does seem like the skull of a baby.
The fuck?
Look at these sticky rings growing at his fingertips. What can be happening?
I'm sure you'll find an explanation. You have to.
I don't know. It's... Yeah, he clearly... Did he ingest something to hide it? Was he forced to ingest a monster or something? I don't know.
I see signs of hypodermoclysis, but he's still dehydrated. When was his last IV?
He's constantly under perfusion. I've even gone beyond the recommended dose to no avail. And you won't believe me, but When we bathed him earlier.
He seemed to feel better?
Yes. Like he needs an aquarium, not a perfusion. But that doesn't explain his condition.
He's the turning Cthulhu-esque or turning into a deep one. He has to be in the water.
I almost don't believe it myself, but these symptoms are not those usually associated with the human species.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean? Don't tell me you believe in extraterrestrials.
Not extra.
This poor man is from our world, all right. But his body is undergoing unnatural mutations. And this transformation is killing him. His body simply can't cope.
Where could he have gotten such an infection?
I pray that it's not here.
Dr. Colden, may I know what you're doing to my patient?
What I'm doing? How about what you've done to him?
Yeah.
Let us calm down, my dear Marie. I don't appreciate your tone, nor your insinuations.
Fuck you, Doc.
I've done to him what I do to all my patients. Provide him with the best available care.
Your imagination is without limit. It's your homemade drug again, is it not? Those people are not your guinea pigs.
There. What have you seen to put you in such a state?
That's why I'm thinking it's a flashback. Let's try to keep this calm.
These are alarming symptoms. If we don't act, he'll die.
Do you believe that? I'm not as convinced, you see. I even think this man has a strong chance of completely healing from his ailments.
And where does that logic come
Doctor.
from?
This patient isn't himself anymore. He's dying.
Really? What do you mean by isn't himself?
Fucker's
He's
playing games with
changing.
us.
His physical characteristics, they are more animal than human now.
Fascinating. An animal, you say? Could you be more precise? Cephalopod, perhaps?
This amuses you.
Your reaction does. I know your thirst for knowledge, Doctor. It's your innocent worries for this man that have you overreacting.
For this man, and the others whose medical files you've been hiding.
I have to protect my discovery. These people owe me their life, but the world isn't ready yet. It will be, in time.
I will
Talk
not
about
let
a
you
God
do this.
complex.
You disappoint me, Marie, but I still have hope you'll one day share my point of view. In the meantime, take care of your own patients and try not to forget who you're dealing with.
A psychopath. Yeah, I'm aware of that. Thanks.
Was that a threat? What did he mean?
Oh, that was
It
definitely
was
a
a
threat.
warning. Dr. Fuller is this institution's founder and one of our profession's most influential voices. My word is of no weight against his. If I continue to protest, I will only ruin my reputation and career.
Yeah.
It's scandalous. Can't we do anything? Is there
Not
no
really.
evidence of his crimes?
I kind of don't want to involve her. Every time we involve somebody, they fucking die. What do you think, Huey? Do we bring her in? She's clearly a good person, but we might get her killed. I'm gonna keep it at this, because she knows something's wrong, but I don't want to bring her in.
I disapprove of Fuller's methods, but his treatments have saved more lives than I can
Okay,
count.
this is a middle ground choice.
And Mr. Blake? You said yourself he was dying.
I don't know what to think for now. What I'm sure of is that Fuller is hiding something from us, and I need to know what that is before I take a chance exposing him.
And where would you find those? In his office? What if you get caught?
I'd rather not think about that. I'm counting on your discretion.
Of course, Doctor. You can count on me. I'll keep Mum.
I trust her enough to know what's going on, but I don't want her involved in it. She already knows. She literally saw our analysis and we told her everything. She saw the conversation with him. She already put two and two together. I just didn't want her to be part of it.
My personal thanks to each and every one of you for tuning in. You all are awesome viewers. Really appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. It means a lot to me, and I do hope you enjoy it. You all take care of yourselves. You want to see more of me? Come to the video on the list, or stay tuned for more
Feel free to leave a comment below. Please remember to hit that like button if you enjoyed the video. In the meantime, fare thee well, everyone.